All right. Well, welcome to the channel, I suppose. This is my first video, so I'm assuming you here because you clicked the thumbnail or you just know who I am personally, so you want to support me. Either way, welcome. Well, I guess I'll get right into it. I've been saying on Facebook and stuff a lot of stuff between like Katara versus War Arc Sakura, and like you know what? I enjoy talking about stuff like this, the actual little hypotheticals. So I'm like, hey, I might as well give my thoughts on it, and here we are. All right, so to begin, I initially thought that Sakura would just wash Katara like no difficulty at all. But then after a minute, I sat there and I started looking. I'm like, wait, actually, I'm like, this fight actually is a lot better than it seems. So for starters, we gotta decide like what's gonna happen with the whole bloodbending, because I know it's gonna be a thing that everybody's like, all right, well, what about bloodbending? Does bloodbending work on its own little thing, or is it like the same as like the shadow possession jutsu? For this case, we can say it's similar to the shadow possession jutsu, fine, because realistically, you have to be a bender to like break out of that, especially when Katara becomes a master. You have to be a master, and she can bend it without the moon and all that stuff like that. So we'll just say that the blood bending works the same as the shadow possession jutsu, but just like a little bit stronger. There you go. I'll also do two different ones. One of them is going to be in character, the other one's out of character, because in character, Katara is not going to use blood bending. So I think actually Katara takes it, like high def, and let me tell you why. Unlike with Naruto where they have chakra, and don't get me wrong, we all know Sakura she has an extensive amount of chakra and great chakra control. That's cool. Regardless, she's still gonna run out of much faster than Katara, because Katara only needs water. She can fight all day and not get tired because outside of her regular stamina, because all she needs is water. She doesn't need anything extra to do her stuff besides just that. Also, Sakura is more of a tanky character, which I think is gonna just hold her back a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, if she can get a hit on Katara, yeah, it's gonna like hurt and it'll probably end it. But that's the thing. I personally don't think she will be able to get a hit on her. You gotta look at it. Like, she went from fighting people like Ty Lee, who in the first few times that they fought, Ty Lee messed her up pretty bogus. But then she started being able to fight her and not getting hit. Granted, like not for too long, but even still, Sakura she's just strong. Like, I can punch real hard. It's like, that's cool, but her attacks are really wide, and I think they're just not gonna hit nothing. So we've never seen Sakura be like super super fast in battle like Neji, Lee, or Sasuke or anything like that. Well, not War Arc. When you go forward in like Boruto or whatever, when they had the little Sharingan kid clones, the Shin and all that stuff like that, fine, whatever. But we're not talking about that one. We're talking about War Arc. War Arc didn't show no feats like that. Meanwhile, we literally saw Katara dodging lightning. Like, I don't know if you want to take bended lightning as actual lightning, but I think you can, because in the earlier seasons, we saw Iroh legit intercept a legit lightning blast, and he sent it off the ship so that way the ship didn't get messed up. So to say it is like actual real lightning, I think is pretty fair. I haven't seen Katara do anything kind of like that. Again, not saying that she's not strong and stuff, but it's like, I just don't see her I don't see her being able to hit Katara, which is the biggest problem. Meanwhile, Katara can do a lot of stuff with the ice and water, Like she can just freeze her, honestly. And what is Sakura gonna do? Get out? How? She's not, because Naruto and Sasuke. Well, Naruto got stuck in the ice. Sasuke got sent to another little plane or whatever. But it took Naruto a minute to get out the ice. Yeah, no, I'm not comparing Katara's ice to the stuff Kaguya made. I'm positive it's 100% different. But at the same time, it's like Naruto at least had a way to get out. He used like the Sage of Six Paths chakra. What Sakura gonna do? Like, she's just gonna be frozen. And like she might be able to break out with her strength or whatever, use like some chakra, but it's like if she can't move and she can't really wind up her strong hit, she ain't gonna really be able to get out of that. So that's one way that I can see, Katara just winning. Thing two, and this is the out of character one, if Katara is able to bloodbend, and like, she's bloodbending, she's bloodlusted, whatever, even if you want to go and say it's like the shadow possession jutsu and Sakura can eventually break out, I don't think she's going to be able to break out fast enough if Katara wanted to just bloodbend and then throw like some ice spikes at her or something like that. Sakura would have to have the 100 healings activated almost from the get-go so she could constantly, regenerate, but she's not going to know she needs to do that against Sakura, which, again, to me, gives Katara the edge over her. So, at the end of the day, I would say if Sakura was able to, get really close and get a lucky 2 hits in, then she can take it. But I would say about 8 out of 10, probably. Yeah, not 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, Katara would win with like mid-diff. But the other 3, Sakura could get that one decent heavy hit in and just finish the fight. Because, yeah, we know Katara can heal or whatever with her water. However, she's not healing anything that Sakura would be able to dish out, not without like the spirit water, which she used on Aang, so she don't got that. So yeah, Sakura hits her, Katara loses, but every other scenario, I just find it really hard to put Sakura over Katara. Like, and this is taking all personal bias out of it. So it's like, yeah, I don't really care too much for Sakura just in general. But like I said, I initially thought it wouldn't have even been close until I actually sat back and looked like, wait, actually Katara has the right tools necessary to just beat her outright. But that's it for the video this time. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Be on the lookout for the next video. I'm actually going to drop 2 today since it's my first time doing them and I want to get more used to doing them. So I'm dropping this one, and I'm going to do Rock Lee with the Byakugan versus Shikamaru with the Sharingan. Because I saw that and I thought it was going to be interesting too. So, but I already know who I think is going to win that one. But yeah, thanks guys for the support. Like, share if you're into it. If you have any other like versus battles or whatever that you want to see, drop them in the comments. If you feel like I was wrong and Sakura washes, drop your opinion in the comment, because it's just opinions. It's like what I say isn't law or anything. You have every right to think differently. So yeah, like, do that for me. Like, subscribe, share, leave your comments, leave your hypotheticals that you want to see, and if I know about them, I'll do a video about them. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.